Welcome to Dragon Ball Speak, a show where we summarize and review every episode of Dragon Ball Z, 3 episodes at a time, every week, on a scale of 1 to 7 stars. And we upload every Monday, for the most part. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon.
And I'm Wesley.
And this is Dragon Ball Speak.
Episode 30...
No, if it was 30, we'd be doing a double.
4.
Oh, 34. Let us begin. First off, it's been a little bit. Life has been hectic, but we're planning on being back to our regular scheduled program.
Yeah, we've said that before, but we're going to really try hard.
Yeah, but for reals this time.
And we appreciate that our subscriber count hasn't dropped or anything.
I think we lost one.
Okay, well,
bastard.
Fuck that guy. Everybody else, you're awesome. Thanks for sticking around.
Anyways.
2020 fucking sucks, but we're back. What's up? It's Dragon Ball Z time. Let's talk some Dragon Balls.
Dragon Z's balls on your face.
Yes. Let's do that.
So today we only watched 2 episodes instead of 3 because I forgot my season 4 Blu-ray at my house. But it kind of worked out for the better because the end of season 3 happens to be the end of quote unquote season 3 Blu-ray happens to be the final episode of the Namek Frieza saga. So we can maybe do, review these 2 episodes and do a little conversation about the whole Frieza saga review, maybe a comparison, like a Frieza versus Saiyan saga review. Talk about the mini arcs in between, like Ginyu and all that good stuff. So, let us begin. How did you feel about episode 106, Namek's explosion, ellipses, Goku's end? Question mark? So yeah, let's talk about Namek's explosion, ellipses, Goku's end? Question mark? So episode 106, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it.
Okay,
It's funny, because Namek actually finally explodes, and I wrote down that it took 9.5 episodes to get there.
But time is lost on you.
Namek's been exploding for minutes, but it's taken us, 20 minutes an episode, almost more than 3 hours?
I believe it takes 5 hours for Namek to explode.
Goodness. It felt good, though, but not as good. It wasn't, for as much edging as we did, it wasn't the sweet release.
And that happens sometimes,
True.
Sometimes it's oh man, all that build up for that.
In the year 2020, that does happen.
Hell yeah.
But no, I actually really liked the episode. I had some predictions that were proved wrong at the very next episode.
Yeah, so please okay, so let's, I guess, quick summary, and then I want to hear a lot from you. Okay, so we start with Goku flying over lava. Mm-hmm. Namek is, to quote King Kai, it is looking like boiling spaghetti sauce.
Which... delicious.
Who knew? So yeah, we kind of have this little recap with King Kai, which I'm so excited for those to be done.
Oh my god, yeah. His voice is especially bad this time.
Yes. He does a quick recap about how Frieza's dead. We get to see Frieza kill Goku kill Frieza again. Mm-hmm. And then Tien's kind of talking about how he's admiring the fact that Goku, Frieza was, as far as we know, the strongest in the universe, and so now Goku is the strongest in the universe, so he wants to spar with him and all that stuff. But, King Kai just kind of talks about how, Namek really is about to explode, Goku's in a pickle, and we get Goku, and we get an angry and extremely swole once again. Mm-hmm. Dude, some of these shots looked so good.
Yeah, he's got good calves.
He's got good shoulders, too. Mm-hmm. They big. So, yeah, he's running around. He's flying around looking for the ship. He finds Frieza's ship. It's in bad condition. He's, running through. He's punching open doors. Yeah. Stuff's exploding. He blasts open the door where it's, I guess, the, control room.
The bridge.
Yeah, the bridge, I guess. Somehow he would even be able to figure out how to operate the ship, which he really kind of doesn't, and it craps out anyway.
Yeah. So he's screwed. He's stuck on Earth now.
So, you mean Namek?
Namek.
So yeah, I wrote jacked because I don't know why, but they made him even more jacked now than ever. And yeah, he's just the ship ends up falling into the lava. He's kind of freaking out, and he screams in rage, "I won't give up!" And then it's more this thing's about to explode. Yeah. And then he screams no really loud, and then he's flexing, and then the planet
disappears
explodes
into the light.
Which I thought it was a really cool sequence.
Yeah,
I loved that sequence.
And then King Kai's like, oh my god.
He goes, meow. Did you hear that?
I don't remember
I think
that,
it was
no.
supposed to be like yow,
But he
like
said
meow,
meow like a cat.
but it sounded like meow to
Well,
me.
he is a cat, so.
Is he?
Nah, I don't know what the hell he is.
He looks like a catfish to me.
Okay, so maybe
He's
that's
got
why.
the-
Maybe he was supposed to meow.
Yeah.
Don't
Like
catfish
catfishes.
meow. Yeah.
That's why they're called catfish. So, yeah, the freaking planet explodes.
Really good music this whole episode.
Yes,
actually.
agreed. What do you think at this point? Is Goku dead? Like, what did you think? Like, the planet explodes.
I did think he was dead because I made a prediction that would have to show him dead, like that he would have to be dead to come true. It was proven wrong in the next episode, but I thought that. So we fast forward, blah blah blah. They're like, okay, we gotta get Goku back, but we can't with Dragon Balls because Namek's exploded. So like we can't wish him back to Namek because there's nowhere for him to come back to life. So I'm like, okay, time travel is about to happen. And I thought they were gonna somehow go back in time to keep Namek as a planet alive, so that the future could like bring him back to Namek. But that's wrong.
Yep.
Like 7 minutes later, I was like, oh, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I remember you suspected time travel. I think last time we made predictions. So.
I'm just gonna say time travel every time because it just has to happen. They can't just keep getting lucky with all these balls.
So many balls. Let's just be honest here. Every major piece of pop culture
Time travels.
has time travel.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not Dragon Ball Z does, I don't know. But I'm just saying, if
knows?
Marvel can do it,
Yeah.
maybe Marvel copied Dragon Ball Z.
True.
Who expected time travel in Endgame? I'm going to be honest, I didn't. I'm also going to be honest. In most fiction, I hate time travel. I didn't like it in Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
And like, I'm trying to even think of another. I've never even seen Back to the Future.
Oh no, it's good in Back to the Future.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like the OG.
But I did love it in Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame's was good.
It still doesn't really make sense. They do this whole explanation. It's like it still doesn't make sense.
Theirs is actually pretty confusing because they don't do Back to the Future rules.
You can
they make fun of Back to the Future.
You can make time travel so simple. The only real way to do it is Back to the Future.
Yeah, just
rules.
don't mess with yourself. Like, don't change what's happening.
Right, like there's one timeline.
Yeah.
If you go back and blah blah blah, butterfly effect, and you can change the future or whatever. I hate when it's like, oh, there's multiple timelines and which one are we in, and like Rick and Morty style. I don't like that. I guess that's not timelines, it's universes.
It's more like universes, yeah.
But I hate that too.
Mm.
Anyway, so they give Yamcha delivers the telepathic message to Bulma that Goku won, and so they're all like celebrating, and Vegeta's like having an attitude over there in the corner as per usual. Yeah, I want to talk Vegeta soon because I feel like we got some interesting character from him in these 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And but then it's like you can't bring them back. She tells everyone he died, but then she was like, it's whatever, it's fine, we can bring him back. But then it turns out they can't bring him back because his like body or soul or whatever is where Namek was, and so he would die again, viciously. So then it's like kind of back to the drawing board.
Yeah. And I did think Goku was dead.
Really? Did you think he would come back?
Oh yeah, I definitely knew he was coming back.
Right.
I just thought they were gonna time travel.
Yeah. And then we actually get a super, I don't ever see or hear anybody talk about this, but I love this little Gohan versus Vegeta fight. I think it's super good.
It happened so quick. I was like, oh, we're doing this.
Yeah, I know, right?
Here.
Like tempers kind of rise because Vegeta's laughing about the fact that Goku can never come back, and Gohan gets pissed. And
Vegeta's such a little bitch, dude.
He totally is.
Like, he's like, thinks he's all powerful, but he can't beat Goku, and then Goku's dead, and he's like, oh, I'm all powerful again. And it's like, dude, shut up. You're only all powerful because the most powerful person died. Like, and you had nothing to do with it.
Right. That's not something to brag about.
Yeah, and he knows like Gohan's gonna grow up to be more powerful than him already. So
yeah, he definitely suspects it because even in this little fight just now, he wasn't taking him seriously at all. But Gohan ends up like he's just
Gohan like wins at first and then he loses, but
and then he takes a hard L. But he definitely got some really good hits in on Vegeta. And yeah, they both go into the air, and then Vegeta freaking grabs him by the hair and beats the shit out of Gohan, which I love because Piccolo's watching, and he's like, "Hang in there, Gohan."
Yeah.
And then you cut back to Gohan, and it's just like
blood's going everywhere.
Yeah, and he's getting wrecked.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he pins him to the ground and he's about to blast him.
He's about to kill him.
Yeah, and then Piccolo shows up and is like, "Don't do this," which is weird because is Piccolo more powerful than Vegeta? I thought not.
I would say no, but I think in that moment, I do think so. Vegeta has the conversation of like, we're the only 2 Saiyans left, so I do think that there might be a part of him that doesn't want to kill Gohan.
Yeah, because he wanted to make Gohan his second in command, but
right. So he was probably going to, but then Piccolo, it just became more trouble than it was worth at that time.
Yeah.
So he just stormed off. And I think that little fight is actually technically filler, which is why at the beginning of next episode, Vegeta is just like right back with the group.
he like flips like immediately.
Right. His whole attitude is extremely different.
But I like the fight, even if it's like not canon.
And it makes sense to me. It's not. It's like
and it was
not
quick.
bad filler.
Oh, I tell you what, I love a quick Dragon Ball Z fight.
Imagine that. We're My Hero Academia now.
Yeah, it's
5-minute fights, bro.
It's good, and even when it's not canon, it's arguably better than some of the longer fights.
Not to mention the animation was really good, real crispy. And yeah, that's Vegeta flies away, and that's really pretty much the end of the episode there.
Yeah.
What'd you give?
I gave this one a 6 out of 7.
Hell
because
yeah!
I admired that it was a good end to like our current predicament with Goku, and like I forgot that we had another episode, but they did a really good job of like setting up what I thought was happening next. The next episode kind of erases this one in a way, but it's fine. So it just felt like a good end and beginning to what's next.
Yeah, these 2 episodes, slightly contradict each other, but at the same time,
the next episode though is very much like it's the end of this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you thinking at the end of this episode? Yeah, Vegeta storms off. Like, there's kind of tension, and like Goku's dead as far as you know. And yeah, what is your what do you think they're building towards?
I was really all in on time travel.
Really?
I thought that like we were gonna actually time travel somehow with the Nameks or something, and get the planet back to life so that we could bring Goku back to life, which would have been cool, but it would have not been great because it just would have been more of the Frieza saga, and I'm ready to move on. Past Frieza, especially like since time travel would just be us watching. They'd be reusing the same scenes and stuff.
Yes. So yeah. Okay. Cut. Oh, I gave it a 5. I gave it a 5 out of 7. I actually really loved this episode. A little too much King Kai talking, but even then it wasn't bad. Like Tien and Yamcha's contributions were good, and I loved the Gohan versus Vegeta. I love Vegeta just kind of being like a little shit eater. And yeah, so 107. Goku's alive. You saw this title.
Yeah, I forgot to not watch the titles this time because it's been a while. But
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But so you saw that, and it's like, okay, now what?
Well, I'm wrong. So they're not time traveling. But this episode was really great. I really liked this episode like a lot. I don't actually really have any problems with it except the way Chi-Chi, is her name Chi-Chi?
Yeah.
Chi-Chi says, "Gohan, it's mommy."
I heard you laugh.
She's like, "Gohan, it's mommy."
It's mommy.
And I was like, okay.
There was some.
Bulma had a weird scream too, or a weird.
Bulma goes, "Ow, ow, ow."
Yeah.
Like she's a dog.
Bulma had a lot of. In last episode, she had a weird scream that I forgot to write down. But like she has a scream. But in the last episode, she did a not Bulma scream. It was like, "Ow!" And I was like, "Whoa!"
And it was so loud.
Yeah,
it was so loud.
Because usually she's just the high pitch, like, "Yeah."
And she starts off with some of the, and I don't say this lightly, with some of the worst dialogue of the show. So she starts with, "We can't bring."
Oh, the egg thing.
Eggs,
dude. I was like, did I like close my eyes for a minute or two? Because I am lost. What is she talking about with these damn eggs?
She says, Goku and Krillin are eggs, and the dragon can't lay the eggs in the nest because there's no nest, and so the eggs would die, and the little baby dragons would never come out. Wow, that's a good analogy. And it lasted. It was longer than that.
Like 5 minutes.
It was like at least 2 minutes of this terrible analogy.
I imagine that's not canon. Or not.
It's surely not. No, I mean, it's definitely not.
No graphic depictions of Purunga shitting out
eggs.
Goku, no,
no, none of that. So
I meant to write that down, but I was like, I don't even know what I missed. I don't know what to write down. I just hear eggs all of a sudden.
So Vegeta is back. Whatever.
Yeah.
And
immediately flipped.
Yeah. So he's still grumpy, but But they're talking about how they can't bring Goku and him back, and Krillin, and he's like, well, why don't you just wish them back to Earth's like check-in station or whatever, and then wish them back to life? And it's weird at first, like, why would he help? It turns out there is a selfish motive, which is that he wants to be able to,
find out how Goku became a Super Saiyan.
Right, so he wants to be able to do that himself. Gohan is like, wow, thanks. After he just got the shit beaten out of him, and he's like trying to reach out for a handshake, and Vegeta slaps his hand away.
It's weird because it's like the same scene and setting, like it's minutes after whatever we just watched.
Minutes.
When Vegeta's like, haha, I'm the most powerful, and he's like, you can get Goku back easily, dude. Just do this.
Right, and Gohan's like, wow, what a great guy.
Yeah.
After he just broke
almost
3 of his ribs.
Threatened to kill him.
Almost. So and then it's like, okay, well, where are all these Namekians going to stay in the meantime? And Bulma's like, well, you can just stay at my place. And then she's like, she also invites Vegeta, which is weird also considering the events that just happened. But anyway, she's like, you can just stay with us too. And then she does the little flirt thing that she appears to do with everybody, including Purunga. And she did it with Zarbon, and she did it with, there was someone else.
She's horny on main.
She's horny.
I respect
in general.
it. She's out there trying to.
She
get
got
what
that
she
wop.
wants. Yeah, she got that wop.
Vegeta gonna have to bring a bucket and a mop.
God. I wish I could add that in, but we'll probably get a copyright strike.
Yeah. Probably.
But
wonder.
you forgot the part where we cut back to Bulma's dad with the gang about to fly to Namek. And then he's like, well, turns out they're actually back home. So they just fly over to Bulma. I forgot that these characters existed except for Oolong. Of course, I didn't forget about Oolong. But everyone else, we flip back to them and I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot they're alive.
It's like, why is Yajirobe even there anymore?
Yeah, he doesn't like them. And they don't like him. Like, he's shitty. Like, he's always running from fights and not trying. I mean, he's secretly, like, really great when he needs to be. But
he did.
All he cares about is eating.
Even in Dragon Ball, he's, like, one of my least favorite characters. I do love this like Vegeta fish out of water dynamic where he's like walking around with everybody and they're like kind of treating him with they're just not they're not like maybe I guess holding his sins over his head and they're just like he just feels awkward.
Yeah.
And he's talking with Bulma's dad and it's like and they look at the spaceship which comes in later and then we get a 130-day time skip. I love time skips in shows. Cool.
And then we get Bulma's awful haircut.
Yeah, it's
Poor
bad.
Girl.
And Gohan's awful bull mullet.
Yeah.
So they make these wishes. They do. What do they do?
They summon Purunga.
Yeah. So they summon Purunga,
which is really funny. And the show kind of like touches on this, but like they just summon this giant ass dragon
in the middle
over this metropolis, arguably probably one of the biggest cities we know of on Earth right now.
Right.
And like these people are like freaking out as they should be because it's like we're about to die. There's a giant green dragon and he's a thick boy. He's the other dragon. What's his name?
Shenron.
Scary.
He's like a spaghetti noodle.
Yeah, he's like a normal dragon. This dragon is like Shenron except the top is like meat, and it's scary. And the cops are freaking out and everything. And it's just funny that they don't warn them like, hey, we're gonna summon a giant terrifying dragon for like 5 minutes.
And then it's like, oh, it's just a Capsule Corporation making an experiment or whatever. And
Can you imagine how much damage that would cause? Like, if a dragon appeared over New York City for just 5 minutes, it didn't actually do anything, but just the freak out that would happen, like the hysterics, like would really be bad. People would be wrecking their cars and shit. Like, it'd be end of the world for 5 minutes, and then everyone would be like, oh shit.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, it's just Elon Musk, doing
summoning a dragon.
Yeah, doing an experiment.
Yeah.
Which I know he doesn't live in New York, but bear with me.
But yeah, it's just funny. An observation I made.
Yeah, so the freaking Namekian guy is like a master golf putter now, and then he's like, don't wish me back yet. I
could
work on my putt. Gohan goes, it's all about the wrist, and the follow through.
It's like, okay, Gohan.
Pretty sure he doesn't say that in the original, but
So Ginyu Toad's in there.
Ginyu Toad,
captain of the Toads. The T-Rex is in there. They're all playing golf. It's like a nice little like Epcot dome.
I forget what it shows Vegeta doing there. Oh, Piccolo's like meditating over the water. Anyway, so they wish back Krillin. Krillin's back to life. They attempt to wish back Goku, and here's where things get spicy. He could not wish back Goku his soul or whatever because he's still alive, and it's like, okay, well then. Let's bring him here. And then Goku refused.
which is pretty badass.
He said, no, I'll
Probably
be back later.
Probably could have given some, like, context.
But would our Goku do that?
Yeah, no, he wouldn't.
Would he do that?
What's his face? The old guy. Why I'm blanking all these names? My God.
The old guy, like Master Roshi.
Yeah, Master Roshi's jokes like Goku doesn't want to come back because he doesn't want to deal with the most powerful being in the universe, his wife.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Because
Chi-Chi would definitely wring Goku's ass out.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, Goku's like, yeah, I'm not returning. I'm just doing something.
Yeah, so what do you think is going on here? What's happening? Where is he? What is he doing? Because at this point, it's been 130 days. After this, it's another 130 days, and he's still not back.
I think that
almost a full year.
He was floating around in space somehow and got picked up by like somebody, and they took him to his planet, and Goku found something there. Maybe he found some very powerful fighters, and he's like, I'm gonna train here. That's very Goku-like. Or something on the planet is alluring in the form of like a Dragon Ball or some kind of new power he can unlock. But yeah, I think it's another end-game moment, you know? He's just floating out in space, and all of a sudden a super being comes and grabs him and is like, I got you. And Goku is, even if these people were like bad, Goku's so curious that he would go.
I'm starting to think, bear with me, that there could be a potential lawsuit here of Marvel consistently stealing ideas from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I actually think so too. Because, I mean, you think about it, Goku is basically Thor.
Thor?
Yeah.
Of all the ones to pick. I guess you can't do Superman.
Yeah, because that's DC. And I was going to go with Cap, but Cap's just like a dude.
Let's see.
He's got the heart of Cap.
Sure.
And probably the strength of Thor. And
Who is the strongest Avenger?
I think it's Scarlet Widow. No, Scarlet Witch, technically.
You can't remember any names.
Dude, I know. I'm just like
Scarlet Widow.
I think it's Scarlet Witch.
I hate when people say it's Captain Marvel. Like, I don't think. I think Thor. I think Thor is stronger than her still.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere in. It's probably like, I think Scarlet Witch is the strongest from what I remember, and then it is probably Thor and Captain Marvel, and then there's like a big gap. I feel like
probably Rocket Raccoon,
and then Hawkeye.
Oh, freaking Hawkeye! Oh man. Anyways, so he refuses to return. Vegeta gets pissed because he's like, he really is probably training somewhere, and here Vegeta is letting his guard down, probably getting like kind of getting soft, like letting his guard down for the first time in his life. Because as far as we know, for the last 130 days, he hasn't trained, he hasn't fought anyone, he's just been like living. Yeah. Which, from the window we've seen in his life, that's never even happened to him.
Yeah, and kind of like, and I don't want to, I mean, Thanos.
Oh my God, Farmer Thanos.
Just chilling. He's like been spending his whole life fighting and killing and getting stronger, and all of a sudden he's got a chance to chill. I mean, come on, Funimation, hit Marvel up with that lawsuit.
I heard Marvel does not, or Disney, so to speak, if you will follow me here. I've heard that they don't have the best lawyers.
I've actually heard that as well.
Okay, so another 130 days. Krillin and Yamcha are back to life. Ginyu Frog makes another appearance. Tien and Chaozu are now wished back to life. Sorry, at this point. And really, we kind of get like a moment of peace. Like, everything's back to normal. Yeah. So Vegeta took the ship, and he did storm off. We don't know where Vegeta is now. So Vegeta and Goku are both MIA. Both alive, both MIA. Everyone back on Earth is enjoying like a time of peace, but it says that every night, Gohan and his family go out and look at the stars, wondering when Goku will come back. We get a nice touching moment where Piccolo is kind of keeping an eye on Gohan, saying, like, if you ever need anything, I'll be here. So he's, he's a mentor of his at this point, and that's really pretty much where it ends.
It's a nice little moment. The sunset, and they're making meatloaf.
Meatloaf in a boiling pot.
I actually did notice that as well, and I was like, maybe she's just cooking the onions or something.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I smell meatloaf. It's like a bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah, Daddy, it's meatloaf. Because her dad lives up there for some reason. Maybe to protect her, which would actually be kind of nice because Goku's gone. But she also has Gohan.
You don't think Gohan is capable of protecting her more than freaking...
Well, Gohan's back to the books.
True.
He's back to school. Poor guy.
God.
He's literally out there saving planets and just beating the shit out of powerful beings. And Chi-Chi's like, you need to learn math. which you probably should learn math, but
No.
yeah, I guess when you're
Like,
that
really?
powerful, you just need to punch. Like,
Yeah.
how many punches do I need to throw to kill?
Pounce. So at this point, I guess Gohan's like almost a year older too than he was. Like this is almost a full year time skip.
260, yeah.
260, yeah. So that's interesting.
I hope we get a new hairstyle for Goku. We probably won't, but
I hope we get a new hairstyle for Gohan because Jesus.
Yeah, I want a mullet for Goku, like a Yamcha style mullet, I guess, but even more mullety with a perm.
I don't think that's gonna happen. All right, so let's talk. Which one? Which as a whole, which saga is better? As the two major, the Saiyan and the Frieza.
The Saiyan saga.
Why?
Because I do think the Frieza saga has higher highs, but it has a lot lower lows, in my opinion. Even like cutting filler aside, because the Saiyan saga has a lot of filler. Like the Frieza saga gets really awesome and stuff, but then it just drags. Like it's never succinct. Like the Saiyan saga, I remember like fight, and then the next episode is another fight, and then the next episode's like another fight between different people, and we're seeing all kind of different scenarios and situations happen. Whereas like for what felt like 12 episodes, it's Frieza versus Goku, and we're not getting much advancement really at all. And then we've got flashback episodes and stuff like that. I like the way the Frieza saga wraps up way better than the Saiyan saga. But yeah, overall, I think the Saiyan saga is just better paced.
It is a lot shorter, which helps.
I think the Vegeta versus Goku fight is so dope.
Yeah.
The Frieza fight, they have some really cool moments, like overall. But if like you were like, which one do you want to watch right now? I'd probably say Saiyan. The one thing that Frieza has is the Super Saiyan transformation.
I almost do prefer. Yeah, that tops everything. But I almost do prefer some of the smaller fights in the Frieza saga because there was just too much padding, man. With the
the planet exploding is like so stupid.
Yeah.
Like constantly reminding us, just shooting themselves in the foot.
I hate it. Like now it's I hate to give it an excuse, but you got to think of it like as being 12 and watching it every Saturday morning. Like I don't know, it's just a different perspective.
For sure. Plus, like you get a week in advance, you kind of forget. Or no, you get a week in between each episode, you kind of forget. Right. Like, well, yeah, we are being reminded every week that Namek's exploding. Whereas we're watching 3 episodes back to back, and it's like, Namek's exploding. Oh, Namek's exploding still. Namek's exploding still.
Only 4 minutes.
Yeah, it seems really silly.
Yeah, but yeah, even still, we're reviewing it today. We're not reviewing it as 12-year-olds.
But animation and music and stuff, way better. I think the Saiyan saga, we watched the wrong audio, or did we switch in that?
We switched at some point. I don't remember.
Because we're watching the American music, English dub. Yeah, and I think for Saiyan we watched the Japanese music.
We may have
English dub. And
which
the Japanese
that's a whole
music
argument.
Is not bad, but it's very light.
See,
in certain dark situations.
Right, it's just It's the American music is just Americanized. Like we're more used to like having like hardcore riffs and stuff like that during cool moments, so it's just different.
But yeah, I'm a Saiyan boy, I think. But I mean, both of these together, like I'm very excited, and it's cool. I'm especially excited where we go next, because I'm in pretty uncharted territory as far as bad guys.
Right. So you knew about Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone does, but that's the only like true major spoiler that you knew.
Yeah, I don't have any other spoilers.
We've
I know
talked
there's
about
like
this.
a green bad guy, but that's it. That's the only thing I can think of. So yeah, I'm really in the dark as far as I don't even know anything about anybody. Like, yeah, I literally am in the dark.
If you could predict one thing about let's just say you could predict one thing that you're pretty damn sure is going to happen, what would it be?
I think, and it's spoilers because I've seen movies and stuff, but Frieza's going to come back somehow.
Interesting.
And I've seen Resurrection F, so.
Back in old 2015, baby.
Oh, that hurts.
Only 5 years ago.
Yeah. But as for something I don't know, if I'm just like really picking out of here, I think that. Oh God. I think that. I think I'm gonna predict that Master Roshi dies eventually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know how. I hope that he gets more involved, to be honest. I think that's one thing I'm missing from Dragon Ball a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Is Master Roshi is like
he's just kind of outclassed now.
Yeah, in this show he's more of just like a horny joke.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and which he was in Dragon Ball, but he was also teaching in Dragon Ball, and it's just cool to have that,
Yeah.
Master, what's the dude from Karate Kid? Miyagi.
Miyagi, yeah. Mr. Miyagi.
He's a cool character to have around like that, teaching.
Yeah, so I gave 107 I didn't actually write it, but I'd probably also give it a 5.
I gave it a 7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'm glad you loved it, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. No, I really loved it. I pretty much couldn't be a better conclusion to the arc, and I'm excited to see what happens next.
Yeah.
Any other final notes?
Nope. I hope we come back a week from now to do this again.
Yeah, I think we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Dragon Ball Speak episode 34. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and click the other things that you got to click to help us out. Like click Venmo and Venmo us some money if you like. I don't know. We don't have a Patreon. Maybe someday. Please tell your friends to watch us. And may the Dragon Balls be ever in your favor.